Hey guys, what's up? In our previous tutorial, we learned how to do object recognition using color segmentation. And in this tutorial, we are going to make it to the next level. So let's see how it looks. So here we have me, and you can see we are doing the object recognition here using I have two papers in my fingers and it is detecting those objects, and you can see the pointer is moving according to this point in the center, which is connecting line of which this line is connecting these two objects from the center, and this is the center of that line. So what we can do is we can grab this object, we can move it somewhere, we can put it here. Let's say we can grab this, we can put it somewhere here, we can grab this one, we can put it somewhere here, and uh, we can do dragging, select multiple objects, put it somewhere, let's say here. So this is a cool way of doing gesture recognition using color segmentation. So let's start. For this you need two external libraries. One is called mm, mm, one is called pynput. Okay, let me type it. If you are using Ubuntu or Linux or Mac, you have to use sudo. Otherwise, Windows user doesn't need this sudo. And you can use pip install py input and with my password. And you can see I have already installed it, so it's showing that already satisfied. And for this, you might also need this Python object core and Python C. You can do that by okay, so you can do that by pyobjc-core. You can install that, and you can install pyobjc. So after installing those two, you can install py input. So after you have got py input, you need another library called wx python. So install that. So you can see I have already installed it, and now we can close the terminal. Let me open a new file here and close this one. What we are going to now here what we are going to do is we are going to copy the previous gesture recognition code, which is this one. I saved it here. We did this in our last tutorial. Copy this one and paste. This will be the base of our program. Let's make it just Rick. Oh, there's a okay. Replace it. So this will be the base of our program. Now what we need to do, we need to import the libraries that we just downloaded and initialize some objects, like we need from py input dot mouse import button and controller. Button will select the which mouse button, left or right or middle, we want to click, and controller will be doing the main mouse movement and mouse operations. Mm, After that, we need to create a mouse object using the controller. Let's copy this controller, and mouse equals controller, and this will be our mouse object. And we need to create, we need to get the screen size of our monitor. So to get that, we need to use another library called wx, and to use wx we need to create an app. So we're not going to use it anywhere, so we are just initializing it to use the wx functionalities dot app, and this will be false. And now we can use the wx dot get display size to get the screen size. We are using it in a variable sx comma sy, which defines the screen width, screen x coordinate, screen y coordinate. This is the maximum size of the x and y, equals wx dot get display. This will get display size. It will give us the coordinate, the size of our um, monitor. Now what we want, we are going to define the camera capture resolution, which cam x comma cam y. The camera will capture the image in this resolution, so we are going to define it manually, which will be 320 comma 240. This is just going to make the capture operation faster and smoother, so we don't need to resize it to lower the size. So we are commenting this, and by any chance if uh, the image, your image is not capturing, is not getting captured in this resolution, you can again uncomment this, so this will make the process faster. To set the resolution, we need cam dot set as, for width we need 3 camx, and for height we need 4. By the way, these are the only flags, nothing fancy. So now the camera will capture the image in this format, in this size. Okay, we don't want fonts. Let's get rid of it. And we don't want this for loop also. And we don't want this for loop because we are not drawing the objects. So we are done with the initialization. Now what we are going to do is we are going to detect if it's an open gesture or it's a closed gesture. Now to do that, we are going to use two simple logic. That is, if there are two objects, means two contours, and we also don't need this one. Okay, so if there are two contours, that means there are two objects, means it's an open position, and if it's a one, that means it's a closed position in closed gesture. So if length of the contour cons equals 2, then we are going to do is we are going to detect the two contours, boundary of the two contours, which will be x1 y1 comma w1 comma h1 equals cv2 dot bounding rect, and we need to give the cons of the first contour. This will give the boundary rectangle of the first contour, and we need the second one, and I'm going to name it 2 2 2 2, and here it will be 1. Oops. Yeah, so let's draw this bounding box just to make it fancy. cv2 dot rectangle, and we need to give the source image, comma, the initial coordinate. Oops, it's caps lock. X1, Y1, and the final coordinate, which will be X1 plus W1, comma, Y1 plus H1, and we need the color, which will be I'll be using blue for this, and the thickness is 2. Same goes for the second one. Oops, let's copy this. Okay, copy, paste. So this is the second one. I just have to make it 2. So it will be 2, it will be 2, this one will be 2, this one will be 2. Okay, and let's run this and see if it is working. And I'm not using these masks because we don't need it anymore. These were just for the debugging. You can comment it, and let's make it 5 instead of let's run this. Okay, let me wear this papers in my finger again. Something is wrong. IMG, is that a capital I used? Where it is? Okay, it's because of the caps lock. Let's run this again. Let's see. Okay, so this one is detecting the squares, the objects pretty well. What we need to do is we need to point a line from this center of this object to center of this object, which will be from somewhere from here, somewhere from here to somewhere here. Okay, so to do that we need to find the center of each object. That's pretty easy actually. So I'm going to, for the first one, I'm going to use c1x for the width, center width, which will be x1 plus w1 by 2, and cy1, which will be y1 plus h1 by 2, and same goes for the second, which will be cx2 equals x2 plus w2 by 2, and cy2 equals y2 plus w2 by 2, and we have the center of both object. We need to create a line, cv2 dot line, the image. If we press the if we type the first bracket, we can see what are the parameters. So we need the image, source image, we need the first point. With the second point we need to give the color and thickness. That is pretty much the same for the all of these drawing operations, drawing functions. So we can copy, let's not copy, image, comma, point 1 is cx1, comma, cy1, comma, the second one is cx2, comma, cy2. Now the color, let's make it blue, and the thickness is 2. You can make the thickness in whatever you want. So let's test this. Let me put the papers again in my finger. You can see it's drawing from the center of this object to center of this object. Now what we want is center of this line. So this is what our reference of our mouse position. So whatever the position of this center of this line, it will reflect on our pointer. So let's try this. Let's close this. To find the center of the line, we just need to find the center of cx1 and cx2 and cy1 and cy2. This will be easy, and I'm going to call it cx equals cx1 plus cx2 enter coordinate divided by the entire thing divided by 2, and cy equals let's put a bracket first, cy1 plus cy2 entire thing by 2. So we have our center position of the line, and we can put a circle there. Actually we want a dot there, but let's use the circle, the same thing, but let's see what are the images, what are the parameters. Image comma, the center will be c, why it goes away, okay, cx comma cy. Now we need the radius, which will be 2, so that it becomes a dot, and the color, I want this one to be red, and the thickness, which will be, let's make it 2. So let's try this again. I need to put the strips on my finger. Okay, so we can see that it's pointing, you can see the center of the object. Point of this is, even if we move our fingers too much, the center point doesn't move very uh, abruptly. So if I am trying to grab an object, so and I'm pinching, so the move while I am pinching, the mouse pointer doesn't move away from the object. So that goes the drawing part. Now we need the mouse operation. So before doing that, let's do the pinching gesture, the close gesture. Close lf len cons equal 1. If there is only one object, that means it's close. Let's close this first. It's annoying. Okay, so what I need, I will copy this one, copy it, paste it, and as there's only one object, I can get rid of these numbers. So after detecting the bounding box, let's draw the bounding box. Rectangle, and the image same goes. Let's just copy. Okay, it's fine. X comma y comma x plus width comma y plus height, and 255 0 0 2. So this will draw the bounding box. And another thing that I want is, I want to put a circle around the bounding box, so that will indicate that I'm holding the object. So for that I need to find the center of the bounding box. That will be cx is equal to x plus w by 2, cy equals to y plus height by 2, and to put the circle, cv2 dot cir cle circle, and the image, the center of the circle, cx comma cy, the radius of the circle, that will be width plus height divided by 4. This will make a radius of the bounding of the circle, which will just grab the bounding box. So after the circle, we need the color, which I want it to be red, and the thickness is 2. So that is it for all the decorations. Now what we need, only the mouse moving part. So let's, before doing that, let's test this one. So this is the open gesture, this is the close gesture, open gesture, close gesture, and open gesture. So let's try to move the mouse. Let's close this first. Okay, to move the mouse, what we need to do is we just need to use mouse dot position and the position of the cursor. Now these C1 and C2 is the position referenced from the image window, which is very small one. We want that coordinate to be transferred to the screen size. So the image resolution is this, the screen resolution is this one that we captured from this. So we have to convert this coordinate from this coordinate to this coordinate. So that will be easy. What we just need to do is we need to make a cx multiply sx by canx. This will convert the x coordinate from camera to screen. And for y, we need cuy multiply with sy divided by camy. Okay, so we have a position converted to the screen coordinates. While we just copy this, okay, mouse position, it's not a function, mouse position equals, so just copy this. I don't know why it is happening like this. Shift, copy, paste, I don't know, USC mouse position. While mouse position not equal to this, I will be just waiting, pass. So this will wait for the mouse to be in this position. So we can use the same thing. I don't know why. Copy it, Control C, place it here, and let's try this. Okay, so this thing and this thing. So yeah, my mouse is moving according to the center position of this, and one thing to notice is, although you can see that if I'm moving my hand at the left direction, the mouse is moving in the left direction, but actually what is happening here is I'm moving my mouse in the from my perspective, I'm moving my mouse at right, but the pointer is moving at the left. So to fix that, we need to invert the X position of the mouse. Let's close this first. To do that, what we need to do is we need to just reverse the values. Just make it sx minus this one. So that will fix it, and we have to make it here also in both position, otherwise it will stuck in an infinite loop. Sx minus, and same goes here, sx minus and sx minus. So that's it. So now it will fix that issue. So now what we have to do is, whenever we are closing our fingers, means it's a close gesture, we just have to click the mouse. So it will be mouse dot press. Now the button that we want to press, button dot left, and this will do the trick for the dragging. And whenever our we are opening our fingers, it will do a open release operation. So this will put okay, let's make it in the beginning. Mouse dot release, RELEASE, release. So let's save it and run it and see if it is working as expected. Although there are few things that we need to do, that is uh, making the mouse movement more smoother, and so this is, let's drag it. It is dragging, but you can see the mouse movement is not that much smooth. And another thing is, it's continuously clicking the object. Okay, I don't know what happened there. Hey, I don't know what happened there. Okay, so this is what till now we have done. In the next tutorial, we will be making the mouse movement more smoother, so that it doesn't shake. It's the mouse, even if you are placing your finger in a same position, mouse is still shaking, and whenever you are moving the mouse, it's the movements are a little bit shaky. Another issue is, if we have one single object, we're still clicking it here, and uh, if you see, it's not dragging the object. You can see it's continuously clicking. So we will be fixing those issues in our next tutorial. So till then, have fun. By the way, if you like this tutorial, please give a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button. Have a good day.